Hello, thanks for tuning into Kalkine TV. I'm James Preston and this is The Hot Performers, a show where we take a look at stocks and sectors that could be heating up. In this edition, we are focusing squarely in the commodities space. Specifically, we'll be looking at what to expect from copper prices in the months ahead. Copper has had a remarkable journey in 2021 so far, with the price of the commodity rising by over 25% despite pandemic-related issues. Thanks to strong demand in China and a weaker US dollar, the price of copper exceeded $10,000 a tonne for the first time in 10 years in April 2021. After trending sideways for a few months after April, copper woke up again in October, trading above the $10,000 mark a tonne for a number of days. The rally in the copper price was somehow triggered by the global energy crisis, which forced metal output cuts from China to Europe, tightening commodity supply. In addition to tight supply, the US Federal Reserve's decision to go slow on interest rate rises, despite inflationary pressure, helped copper prices sustain their momentum. The recovery in copper demand, spurred by lockdown restrictions as homeowners sought upgrades to properties, also assisted the commodity's growth. Higher coal prices in China, which raised production costs, also supported the price rise in copper this year. So that explains the price hike moving into October, but now the question is, why is the copper rally losing its price momentum? Copper prices have taken a breather over the last month, while sliding by over 7.5% since mid-October 2021. The recent pullback in copper prices can be credited to the US President's decision to select Jerome Powell as the federal chair for the second time, which has in turn bolstered the greenback. A stronger dollar made commodities priced in the US dollar more costly for holders of other currencies, prompting weakness in copper prices. Furthermore, copper prices came under pressure due to renewed worries about demand in China and anticipation of a more balanced market in the coming months. An ongoing property crisis in China has also sparked fears of subdued demand in the country. It's worth noting that China's real estate sector accounts for a huge share of copper consumption, which was hit by a liquidity squeeze. In addition to these factors, China's decision to cool down surging coal prices that is vital to power the world's second biggest economy triggered a fall in copper prices to some extent. The copper prices further bore the brunt of the latest economic data in China, which showed unexpectedly strong industrial output but weakness in the property sector. Moreover, energy shortages in China and electricity price hikes in Europe have been posing risk of reduced demand for the industrial metal, keeping a lid on the price rise. Price increases have been capped by the strengthening of the US dollar as well over recent days, which is harnessing the benefit of robust inflation data. Strong inflation figures in the US have bolstered rate hike expectations in the US, making greenback priced metals expensive for holders of other currencies, and it's likely that copper will indeed pick up steam once again, especially with policy revisions in China regarding the housing crisis in the pipeline, but it could be in for a shaky period over the next few months. Time now for a very short break before we take a look at potential investment options for those looking to add copper-related stocks to their portfolio. Hi there, James Preston for Kalkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Kalkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on the Tech Beat, exclusive to Kalkine TV. Thanks for tuning in to Kalkine TV. I'm James Preston and this is the Hot Performers program. In today's edition we are focusing squarely on copper, and if you've just joined us we've taken a look at copper's performance throughout 2021, but let's now turn our attention to some attractive ASX stock picks, beginning with Sandfire Resources. Sandfire is progressing towards completion of the acquisition of a new Spanish copper mine, Matsa, under a deal. This deal could propel it to become the biggest copper pure play on the ASX. The deal places Sandfire in good stead to harness the benefits of copper's price growth, which is expected to occur over the coming years. The next stock to focus on is BHP Group. Although BHP's revenue is majorly dominated by iron ore, it's one of the biggest copper producers in the country. The company produced 1.7 million tonnes of copper in 2020, which plateaued slightly in 2021 due to a change in copper's grade. However, the company expects strong copper production for the current financial year on the back of solid capital investment. Aus Minerals is another copper-related stock to consider for your portfolio. Aus's full-year group copper production is tracking in line with the annual guidance. The company anticipates copper production of 120,000 to 145,000 tonnes in the 2021 fiscal year, considering the strength in the underlying commodity market. So, as COVID-19 lockdown restrictions continue to fade, copper demand is likely to strengthen for advanced countries heading into 2022. While supply chain disruptions may continue for quite some time, the resumption of some infrastructure projects could underpin growth in copper prices. However, this is not likely to happen in the immediate future. In the coming few months, the commodity market might see slowing global growth momentum. At the same time, inflationary concerns could lure investors towards copper, which is closely linked to the health of the economy, which could in turn offset some price falls. Alright, well that's all for this edition of the Hot Performers. Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to stay tuned to Kalkine TV for the latest market updates, business news and exclusive interviews. I'm James Preston, signing off for now.